And how much did you make from the dropshipping?
Generated over 16.
Dropshipping is not dead.
Generated millions with dropshipping.
8 million.
Dropshipping is going to be around for the next couple hundred years. Your ability to market and your ability to move is dead.
Well, this sounds very promising, but they were not completely honest with you.
$16 million revenue.
Let's go back to 2020, where I decided to move from dropshipping despite making millions of dollars in revenue per year. Since then, I moved on to a better business model, which not only allowed me to increase my revenues significantly, but also my profits. But before revealing the name of this perfect business model, I will tell you why dropshipping might not be the best fit for you. We make business because we want to improve our life. So we don't just want to make money and improve our bank account and decreasing our quality of life, because we can make as much money as we want, but if we don't have the freedom of time and location and we are enslaved to our own business because we need to work 15 hours a day and never ever have time to rest and do other things, then what's the point, ladies and gentlemen? We're here to make business because we want to improve our life. So if you're just starting out in the business world, it's super important to pick the right business model for you at the current stage of your life. Let me explain. So for example, if you already have multiple businesses and you have such as an e-commerce brand or a software company or real estate like I'm doing myself right now in Bali, where I'm investing more than $1 million, and these businesses are meant to take us to our new stage of life from $10 to $100 million businesses. But if you don't have too much money to start with, you need to pick the right business model for your current stage. So the ideal business model for you should look like this. It should require low capital to get started. It shouldn't require any product development. It should require too much of your time to get started. And you should be free to work from anywhere at any time at any moment, because we want to optimize our life from the beginning. So the good part of starting a dropshipping store, a Shopify store, is that it's pretty easy to start. You can sell anything to anyone in the world. You're very flexible in location because you can work from home fine and you can travel ideally and work from anywhere you want. It's easy to scale, so they say, but I completely disagree with it. I'm gonna talk about it, why it's so hard to scale dropshipping. And you keep hearing about all these incredible success stories that wanna make you start dropshipping, right? So the bad points of dropshipping, especially for a beginner, is that you need to set up an actual business from the beginning, because you need these four main departments. You need marketing, you need fulfillment, you need production, and you need customer service. So let's start from customer service. The moment you start generating 50 to 100 sales a day, you're gonna start having an inflow of emails of customers angry about their package, calling you a scammer because they've been waiting for the product for 1 week, which is the standard in dropshipping, but not the standard in the Amazon era that we live in. If you order a product, you expect the product to be at home the next day, if not the next 3 days at max. But in dropshipping, usually the delivery time can take up to weeks, even up to months. So if you start scaling, and let's say you have 100 sales per day or 500 sales per day or 1,000 sales per day, imagine the amount of headaches that you have to face, because all these customers are angry, emailing you, calling you a scammer, dropping negative comments on your Facebook page, looking up for your company, reaching out to your phone numbers. It's a mess if you don't handle it well. So you need to build a customer service team, ideally with 1 or 2 supervisors, managing all the customer service agents that are working always around the clock to sustain all the messages that the customers are gonna send you. On top of that, they need to manage the payment methods. That's a big issue in the dropshipping world that no one really tells you about. Because for example, if you work with PayPal, and PayPal is highly adopted, and if you use PayPal, you can increase your conversion rates by a lot. Or if you use Stripe, you're gonna have a lot of chargebacks. With PayPal, the number one issue that every dropshipper faces, once you hit a certain level of revenue, let's say it's between $50,000 and $100,000 in revenue, they're gonna block your account, treat you like you're stealing money, and say that you need to prove that you're a good business delivering products to the end customers. And the end customers are gonna complain because they're waiting for the product, so you're gonna look super bad in front of the eyes of people. And it just takes 1% of refund rate, which is very low, to alarm PayPal a lot and block your money. PayPal does this because they wanna be sure that the customers are gonna receive either their money back or the product from you. That's why they're playing it so safe by holding all this money from dropshipping businesses, because they just don't trust the business model. For Stripe, it's a very similar situation. It's a bit better, but you still need to deal with it and still take that in account. So that's the first department that you need to really manage and be okay with, and be okay with having your money blocked for months. Then production. You need to find good suppliers for your products, because if you want to have happy customers, you can't deliver low quality products. And that's also an ethical point of view that I like to cover, because we want to sell products that actually work and help people, and that we're not selling junk in the internet. The only problem When you start testing 20, 30 products a day, it's very hard to also select the best suppliers as well, because usually you're gonna ship out junk because you don't even have time to take care of the quality control. And let's say you found that one product that works for you, you're gonna have to invest your own time in dealing and talking with Chinese suppliers of the products and actually build the relationships with them and give them stock forecast. Because if you start scaling and you generate hundreds, if not thousands of sales a day, they need to be ready for it. Maybe they can sustain the first inflow of orders because they have, I don't know, a few thousand pieces laying around in their warehouse. But what do you do when you really start scaling because you want to start making a lot of money? That's another big problem to manage. My old company had a company in China that we co-founded with one of our partners there to manage this business and this actual problem, because it needs to be solved. We need to have enough products to sell. Otherwise, we can sell as much as we want, but if we don't deliver the products, we're gonna have even more problems. So this was the second department. Let's take a look at all the logistics. All of these departments communicate together, so they're all affecting each other if something doesn't work. Fulfillment, I mentioned it before. We need to deal with the fulfillment of the product. So we need to be sure that no order is missing, that everything is getting shipped out, and there are automated processes for that. So you might think it's easy, but when you're dealing with thousands of customers, you have no idea how many packages, how many e-packets are gonna get lost down the road, and you're gonna have to reship those products to your customers if you really care about your customers. Again, you wanna build an ethical business, so you really need to take care of every single customer, and every customer that you need to manage is a liability. So you need to keep that in mind. It should be the most exciting part of the video and the business, which is marketing. But unfortunately, if you're starting out a business and you're so drained to do all these things, and then you also have to think about marketing and be creative and come up with new ad ideas, you're just gonna be tired and you're gonna rather copy paste ads that you find off other competitors and always be one step behind all your competitors. Because if you copy an ad that has millions of views, you're gonna get the crumbs. So whoever made that ad and made that video first is gonna take the majority of the traffic and is gonna scale as hard as possible, and you're just there eating the rest. So if you want to improve that, then you actually need to start branding your products, branding your store, branding your marketing, shooting content yourself, getting your products delivered home, take product shots, make advertorials, make videos, make video sales letters for the product, and you need to have a fresh mind. So to sum it all up, dropshipping is nothing close to a perfect business model for a beginner, because it takes so much time and effort to make just 5 to 10% margin and deal with all the stuff, and you need to put a team in place. I had 18 people managing one of the e-commerce stores we had because we were doing like 500 sales a day, and that's a mess. And I had the zero freedom. I was working 15 hours per day. I had a lot of headaches because more people you hire, the more headaches you get because you need to manage every single one of them. Even if you put managers to manage them, you still need to manage the managers, and then you need to take the responsibility of everything, do the accounting, and still have a creative, fresh mind to do ads. Oh, and I forgot, we have a private life, and you don't get to live a lot of your private life if you start dropshipping. So I warn you, dropshipping is not as good as it looks like. So I mentioned that there's another thing that actually works extremely well. Just imagine, instead of managing a whole business to sell one product, what if you could sell one product, have higher margins than owning that product on your own Shopify store, and only focus on one thing, which is marketing? So let's make a Shopify example. You're selling a product on Shopify for $60. Out of the $60, let's say your product cost is $5. Out of $60, you need to pay 20% in VAT if you're selling in Europe, or added tax if you're selling in other countries. That's another $12 that just vanish. And if you're not paying taxes, by the way, you can face legal problems. And Europe and many other countries are going hard on taxations because they understand that there's so much money that is not being paid in taxes that is a fraud. So we need to keep that in mind. So you got $60, $12 are taxes, $5 are the product cost. Your shipping is going to cost anywhere between $5 and $10. Let's say $5 to make it simple. You have $38 left. You still need to pay all the fixed cost of your company, all the people working for you. So let's say that on each order, that costs you another $5. You have $33 left. Then out of $33, you need to account that you're going to have some refunds. So let's just shave off $3 off that. You have $30 margin. You have $30 margin to advertise on Facebook, if you're using Facebook ads, or on YouTube or on TikTok, I don't care, whatever. Out of $30, you still need to pay the marketing cost, which is the highest cost in the game. So let's say you're good enough to get a ROAS of 3x. On a scale, I'm talking about thousands of dollars a day. You're gonna have $20 cost per purchase and $30 margin. So your profit is $10 out of 60. You'd say, well, what's so wrong with that? It's good, right? Well, in my world, making $10 out of a $60 product is very little. Our margins on a $60 product are $50. And before you think like, oh, how is this possible? It's because I'm working with top brands. And I'm going to show you exactly how you can work with top brands as well that can pay you that much. Because see, what you're selling is the customer. So let's make an example. I get this product named Fix. Fix starts at $59. The company is ready to pay me $53. So out of $59 minimum that I generate, I get at least $53 for my margin. My responsibility then is to make ads to actually sell this product. So let's say my cost per purchase is $20, just as the other $60 product on our dropshipping store. Instead of making $10, I'm gonna make 53 minus $20. I'm gonna pocket $33 profit from that one sale. And the beauty of that is that I don't have to deal with customers, with PayPal taking my money, with the fulfillment, and dealing with bad suppliers that are delivering junk to me, and I need to find better suppliers. I don't need to trace any lost package. I just need to focus on the most creative thing of the process, which is the most fun one, which is creating ads that sell. And this business model is nothing new. We heard about it, but we never really understood what it is, because we keep hearing about this. And this was the one method that actually enabled me to make $20 to $30 million in the past 3 years in a row, every single year, in revenue for my clients, which translated to my revenues, because I want to be very transparent with you. I was making between $14 and $19 million per year paid to my company. And out of this money, the only cost that I had was one, which was advertising. And we're talking about 20 to 30% margin each year that I would profit. And you know what my lifestyle was? It was not like when I was running my own dropshipping stores where I had 15-hour days, headaches, people to manage, and continuously hiring new people. That was not a life. I was just sitting at home doing nothing but dropshipping. But when I switched to affiliate marketing, my life changed and became 1000% times better. Because right now, I just work 4 hours a week on this project. And once I find one ad that works and that makes money, my only concern is to spend more money on marketing and just enjoy the profits. In fact, I've been living the dream life for the past 3 years. I skydived over 300 times because I love skydiving. I jumped in crazy places around the world. I moved to Dubai. I traveled the whole world first class while my campaigns were printing money every single day. And to today, in the last 3 years, I never had a month without profits. And the best part is I don't have any headaches, and I was able to solve any issues around marketing because I had a lot of focus around it. I didn't have to think about all the other stuff that anyone else can do. I kept my mind for the most important part of the process, which is making ads that sell, making ads that make you millions of dollars. So if you're starting out, you want to start out on a business model that requires you low capital, is very scalable, and gives you the freedom that you want. And that business model, ladies and gentlemen, is affiliate marketing. And before you think that with affiliate marketing, you need existing traffic, you need to be a famous influencer to make it work, let me stop you there. It's the same thing as dropshipping, just your only focus is making ads on Facebook and investing your money on Facebook ads, and that's it. You don't need to be an influencer and drive traffic to it. You don't need to go viral on TikTok to generate sales. You can do the same thing as you would have done with dropshipping, just you do the beautiful part of it. You just take care of marketing. You don't care about dealing with customers, fulfillment, supplier, anything. And now there's a gap in this economy where there's so many brands out there that are built to overpay you for every generated sale that you make for them, but there are not many affiliates ready to go out there and generate these sales because everyone is busy following this dropshipping trend, which just drives me crazy. For example, in affiliate marketing, because I work with good brands, I'm able to generate even $100,000 a day in revenue, which is crazy. And if you want to start affiliate marketing and you're a complete beginner, I made a video for you showing you how you can start from zero today. See you in the next video. Peace.